Hi there, this is Imaneo. Welcome to my channel. So I've decided to have some short videos, ideally 5 minutes to 10 minutes, to talk about something that is interesting or something that is challenging. Maybe it's a tips and tricks or something like that. Or also you can suggest me some topics in the comments. But in this video, we are going to talk about gradient and a common issue that we have in the gradient. So no matter what language or what framework you use, we have this issue everywhere, and in this video I'm going to talk about it, so stay with me. Okay, so I have created an empty project. So here we have only a home page that is empty. It has a scaffold with a white background color. So I'm going to add a child or add a body, and inside that we have a container, and here I will add a decoration, a box decoration to have the gradient. So here we can have a gradient. I'm gonna use gradient, linear gradient here. So in the colors, I'm going to use colors dot yellow, for example, to colors dot transparent. Okay, so if you hot reload, you see that we have the gradient. So if you see, we have some black colors in between. It is not something that we are looking for. To compare that, I'm gonna use a column here. For example, we can have a column and we have two expanded widgets. The first one is this one, and the other one is something that I'm gonna fix the issue. So let's add a line in between to see the difference. It's gonna have height of 2 pixels and color is colors.black. Okay, so you see that we have a gradient from yellow to transparent. And the point is that we see some black colors in between. And to solve that, we need to have yellow with opacity 0. So this way we solve the issue. Let me hot reload. Yeah, you see that here we have a clean gradient from yellow to transparent. So we don't have the black color here. We have a smooth gradient, and this is the correct gradient from yellow color to the transparent color. So this is the solution. So instead of using transparent, you need to use the same color and with opacity 0. For example, if you have red, you need to do the same. If you have anything else, so for example, if we have red here, you see that again here we have a black color, here we have a clean gradient from red to transparent. Or if we use, for example, purple, you see that here we have the black color in between. That's not something that we are looking for. Or for example, we can use orange. Yeah, I think you got the idea. We have an issue here. If you use orange to transparent or any color, the solution is to use the color that you start the gradient from and the color with the opacity of 0, the same color where the gradient ends. So let's talk about the details. If you know the color is an integer, so for example, orange, the primary value is an integer. So this is the equal event code if we use color like this. So if you hot reload, nothing happens because it's an integer. And if you check here, it said that the color needs an integer value. So it's an integer in the hex format. So the first two part is for the opacity. For example, if you write 0, 0, it's 0 opacity, it doesn't draw anything. And if you try something less, for example, AA, it's something with less opacity. And the other channel, the second channel, is for red, this one is for green, this one is for blue. So it's GB. And so let's see how does it work. I'm gonna comment out this code and I'm gonna use a simple color here. Yeah, So as I said, the first channel, the first two part is for opacity or transparency. This channel, the first channel after the transparency is the red. This one is green and this one is blue. So it goes from 0, 0 to FF and it's in hex format. So if you don't know how hex format works, you can search about it. There are a lot of documentations or videos, I believe. And yeah, for example, if you try to put 0, 0 here for green, FF for red and 0, 0 for blue, it means that we have full color of red for the red channel, we have nothing on green and nothing on blue. So this way you will see a solid red color. And for example, if you combine red and green, you see that we have this color. Or if you try to combine red and blue, you see this pink color. So yeah, this is how it works. And after that, we need to check how gradient works. So yeah, so this is the red color. And in the next step, we are going to see how a gradient works. So basically, when you gradient a color, it goes from the first color to the second color. And to simplify it, suppose that we have two numbers and the first one is 10, the second one is 20. So if you gradient 10 to 20, it goes from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to 20. So we have the same in the color. So there we have larger values and with the different format of storing integer values. Suppose that we have this color, for example, orange is something like this one. Okay, and transparent is something like this one. Okay, yeah, this is where we have the issue. And if you look at this, you see that it goes from this color or this integer to this color or this integer value. As you see, all the numbers are 0 and 0 means black. So if you try to increase the alpha channel or the transparency channel, you see that, let me comment out this code. You see that this code or this color means black. So if you decrease the transparency, you see that the black color is decreased. The amount of transparency is decreased. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that when you try to use colors dot transparent, it's something like black with 0 opacity. So it's here. Yeah, so the point is that we go from this color to this color, and in fact we are changing the actual color that we have here. The correct way is to keep this number, this value, which is orange, and just change the transparency level of the same color. So instead of changing the color to black, we need to keep the same color and just change the alpha channel to from FF to 00, 0. For example, if we change this color to this one, you fix the issue. Yeah, you see that the issue is fixed. Because when we keep the color and just change the transparency, it works well. But if you choose colors.transparent, actually it's a transparent black color. So it goes from an orange full color, full opacity, to a black with 0 opacity. And that's the issue. Yeah, and to fix that, you need to just use the same color and change the opacity to 0. So in this way, for example, orange is this one, this color, and with this code, it just changes the opacity channel to 0. And instead of FF, we have 00, 0. And yeah, we are done with this video. Don't forget to hit a like and subscribe the channel. And if you like this kind of content, I mean the short videos that I talk about some specific things, maybe it's a trick, maybe it's a challenge, please let me know in the comment. Or if you have any topic in your mind that I can talk about it, please let me know. I will read them and I will record some videos about them. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.